TV.
Let me ask you something. How bad do you really want to win? Do you see it in your dreams? Do you want it as bad as those who came before you? Everybody says they are winners until they get a taste of what it takes to be one.
He'll slam it home.
When adversity hits, when pain and uncertainty creeps in, how will you respond? So let me ask you again, how bad do you want to win? Well, we're here to find out.
Are you ready for some high school hoops? It's the most anticipated matchup on the South Plains. Number 8, Lubbock Cooper, facing off against number 1, Monterey for the 4th time. Who will deliver the final knockout blow? We're excited to see. Devin Ward here alongside Carson Ward for the 3rd time as we've traveled with Monterey now in this postseason journey. And Carson, I don't know if you could draw up in a better picture here. This is the game that we've all wanted to see. Lubbock Cooper versus Lubbock Monterey for all the marbles.
To Martinez, she'll take it all the way, lay it up and in.
Big alley.
The following is a production by the students and staff at Lubbock ISD TV.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Let me ask you something. How bad do you really want to win? Do you see it in your dreams? Do you want it as bad as those who came before you? Everybody says they are winners until they get a taste of what it takes to be one.
He'll slam it home.
When adversity hits, when pain and uncertainty creeps in, how will you respond? So let me ask you again, how bad do you want to win? Well, we're here to find out.
Are you ready for some high school hoops? It's the most anticipated matchup on the South Plains. Number 8, Lubbock Cooper, facing off against number 1, Monterey for the 4th time. Who will deliver the final knockout blow? We're excited to see. Devin Ward here alongside Carson Ward for the 3rd time as we've traveled with Monterey now in this postseason journey. And Carson, I don't know if you could draw up in a better picture here. This is the game that we've all wanted to see. Lubbock Cooper versus Lubbock Monterey for all the marbles.
Well, and they've played, this is their 4th time playing this year, and obviously Monterey's had their way with Cooper. Cooper has gotten 1 win, but that has been with the exception of Aaliyah Chavez being injured. It's really going to be interesting to see how Cooper plans to isolate her the same way that she wasn't even in the game the first time they played.
Absolutely, and like you said, right? Lubbock Cooper took the first one. Monterey has rattled off 2 straight since then. Of course, one of those was in the Caprock Classic title game in front of a lot of fans, and so they're used to playing in these huge environments and these big games. A big focus for the Lubbock Cooper Lady Pirates is they got a lot of experience, right? They cannot turn the ball over, and that's something Monterey on the flip side is going to want to do, is force some turnovers, get back in transition, and get some points. A big player for Lubbock Cooper is Callan Dallas. You see her there on your screen. She's one of the 3 main key components for this Lubbock Cooper team. The other 2, of course, Carissa Cortez and Magic Esquivel. If those 3 players are cooking, watch out. Lubbock Cooper can be dangerous. On the other side today for Monterey, we're going to highlight a defensive star and somebody that kind of got banged up a little bit, Heaven Lamone. Lamone took an elbow to the face yesterday. She's going to be wearing a mask, but her defensive presence was really missed in that second half yesterday, and they're going to be leaning on her heavily today.
Oh, I can't wait to see how her impact is going to really drive Monterey to be better defensively. Her leadership as a senior is going to be great as is, but defensively, it's going to play an even bigger role. They're going to know that they're going to want to guard the perimeter a little bit because they know that Cooper's a three-point shooting team, and I think Heaven Lamone can help with that.
All right, so we're moments away from tip-off. Who's ready for some high school hoops? It's the knockout round. We're in the regional semifinals, the Elite Eight for 5A high school basketball. We'll have it more coming your way from the Yeager Coliseum. This game's being presented by Lubbock ISD TV.
To Martinez, she'll take it all the way, lay it up and in.
Big alley.
This is a production by the students and staff at Lubbock ISD TV.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Away from the biggest game for everyone a part of the South Plains and even across the state of Texas. As number 1 Monterey takes on number 8 Lubbock Cooper for the second time this year. Let's get into our starting lineups for both teams. We're going to start with Lubbock Cooper. Starting senior guard, number 3, a 6-foot senior, Callan Davis. A starting senior guard, standing at 5'5", number 5, Peyton North. A starting point guard, a junior, number 5'3", number 11, Carissa Cortez. Another guard, he's starting, is Magic Esquivel, a 5'8" junior. And then number 14, Gabby Contreras, she's a 5'9" senior, playing forward. For the Monterey Lady Plainsmen, you have in your starting lineup the all-star point guard, Aaliyah Chavez, standing at 5'9", she's a sophomore. In the starting lineup, Heaven Lamone, the 5'6" senior guard. 5'5" freshman guard, Ambrosia Cole, Jalen Morrison, and then Kelly Mora. Real quick, let's get to our pregame interview with head coach Jill Schneider.
Thank you. Congratulations, Coach, on making it to the Elite Eight, officially moving farther past than where y'all had to stop last year. How prepared is your team for this game, considering y'all have played Cooper 4 times already this season?
Well, I think they're ready to go, and it's fun because it's 2 Lubbock teams, crosstown rivals, and we get to meet each other again. And I'm so proud of our district representation to have us and Cooper both here in the regional finals. So our preparation's the same. We're just going to go out and play hard and do the best we can.
Yes, being LASD TV, we're so lucky to have so much Lubbock representation. In Cooper's game against Colleyville last night, we noticed that they centered their plays around the three-point line. What's your defensive strategy to counteract this unique offensive style?
Well, you know, this is the 4th time we played them, so it's like we're very familiar with each other. So I don't anticipate there being a whole lot of changes. We just do the best we can to challenge shots and then try to seal up penetrations the best we can. But they're a very good team. You can't stop everything that they do any more than they can stop everything that we do. So I think the big players just tend to step up and make big plays when it counts. And so we just got to watch it play out and see which players do that.
This is definitely going to be a great game. I can't wait to watch and see how Monterey does. Thank you so much for your time, Coach.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Coach, and thank you so much, Hannah, for that pregame interview. Moments away from tip-off. See Heaven Lamone there wearing the mask. Carson, you know, when you think of all the big-time athletes that wear masks like Kobe Bryant or LeBron James. They call them the mask games, and that's when sometimes you see their very best performance, and I'm excited for her.
I am too. I'm excited to see what kind of impact Heaven Lamone is going to have on this game. She only had 2 points last game, but I can't wait to see what her impact is going to be offensively and defensively in this game.
Not sure if you saw it. Here's a 3-ball by Cole. Good! And Brocia Cole knocks down the 3-pointer to get things going. I was about to say, I don't know if you saw it before tip-off, Mora and Dallas hugged it out. These teams know each other so well. They've played in AAU together. They've played growing up together in all the various leagues across the Hub City. They're very familiar with each other, and you're going to see that play out here on the court.
Yeah, and these are longtime friends. I mean, these two teams know each other very well. There's probably a lot of friendships between the two teams.
3-pointer for Peyton North, and we're knotted up at 3. North was some JV all the way up until this year, and she has shined in her senior year. 3-ball for Lamone, off the iron, put back by Morrison. Does she get the roll? No! That hung up on the rim, and it's going to be a jump ball. Heaven battling down low. You love the effort there by her.
Well, and just the discipline to know, like, hey, I could get this rebound just as much as my defender and getting the jump ball. Just a great display of effort.
Now, yeah, that's a display of will and tenacity and wanting that ball. Tip your cap to Heaven Lamone. Broken nose and still grinding. Trying to go out to this baseline. A 3-point shot on the way. No good. Lubbock Cooper went 2 for 16 yesterday from the arc, but still managed to find their way here. A roll there, short by Chavez. Foul on the play. It's going to go against Lamone. Something when we talked to Coach Jill Schneider, you know, I asked her keys to victory, right? And she talked about focusing on fouls. That's been her keys to victory consistently in the last 3 games is we cannot get into any foul trouble. Got to stay disciplined.
Well, and what's really made Monterey struggle and think a little bit outside the box is the fact that...
Blocked by Mora there. Keep going, Carson, sorry.
It's the fact that they're sometimes getting 3 fouls in the first half. You can't be having 3 fouls as a player in the first half and expect to play the same way that you have been wanting to play and the way that your mantra is going.
Little step back there by Chavez. Doesn't get that floater to go. We're expecting 2 different styles of play here. A 3-ball by Lubbock Cooper. No good, but try to tip out by Moore, and it's Lubbock Cooper that come away with it.
Well, I think you're going to see a lot of 3 balls today. Even though their percentages weren't that great, I think they're going to take a lot of 3s today.
And there's one right there. Callan Dallas puts it in for 3. You know, we were told pregame, Callan Dallas, Carissa Cortez, and Magic Esquivel are the engine that really make things go for the Lady Pirates. And so those are 3 names that we might be calling a lot tonight.
Oh, I guarantee you they are. And
they're turnover, stolen away by the Lady Pirates, and they're trying to get back in transition. Another 3-ball. Cortez, good. Carissa Cortez rips it down, and there's a timeout on the floor. Lubbock Cooper on a 9-0 run now. It's 9-3. Coach Schneider wanted to talk that one over.
Well, and I think that's a smart timeout right there because we knew coming into this game that the Lady Pirates were going to be shooting 3s. We didn't know if not they were going to be knocking them down since their percentages were so offset last night.
Right.
But they still found a way to win last night, and that's what the great teams do. The great teams find a way to sometimes even go away from your game plan, but they still have success. And they're going to stick with their game plan today, and if it starts to falter a little bit, if Monterey starts to pick up on the 3-point defense, then they're probably going to have to switch to something else. But until then, the 3-ball is working for them right now.
You talk about last night, head coach Kyle Lovern and the team were able to get the win. He's in his 7th season at Lubbock Cooper. Talk about some of the stats from last night, Kay Ward. I know you have them in front of you.
Yep, I got Callan Dallas with 17 points. She did have 3 rebounds as well. We have Peyton North with 10 points, Carissa Cortez with 13 points.
There's a 3-ball by Aaliyah Chavez.
And Magic Esquivel with 12 points.
Yeah, those were the double-digit scores last night for Lubbock Cooper. Of course, Dallas, really the only one, and she knocked down 2 of the only 2 3-pointers yesterday. It's the first time all season that Magic Esquivel missed a 3-point shot, and so you know she's going to try to be putting some up today. Driving, great defense there by Lamone to limit her openness to the paint. Stolen away by Cortez, trying to take it to the other end, kicking it out. A 3-pointer on the way, good! Magic Esquivel, I just said her name, she knocked that one down.
And now 4 different players on this Cooper team has a three-pointer under their belt.
And Brosia Cole there not able to get anything going there, and quickly back down the field is Dallas. 3 ball by Cortez. Rips it. Carissa Cortez has 6. It's now 15-6. Lubbock Cooper on top of Monterey.
And now you're starting to see Monterey kind of.
Morrison rips it down of her own.
Sorry, I was trying to look at the shot right there. I got kind of off track with my head.
Hey, it happens. 15-9 now. It has been a barrage of threes here in Wichita Falls.
Well, and you almost kind of feel like Monterey's trying to counter all the three-pointers that Lubbock Cooper is throwing their way with their own threes, and I think that's what they're trying to do.
Travel on the play. It's the first time we've seen our officiating crew, and I know we got a shot of them earlier today. They are from the Waco chapter. The head ref for today is James Jenkins. Derek Scott's on the call as well as Heather Commons. We'll show a clip of them later on in the broadcast, but that is our officiating crew for tonight. Rather this afternoon. Charge! Coach Kyle Lovern is on his feet, and he's excited.
Well, it's like I've been saying for the past 3 games. Charges are not something that's taught. It's instinct. And just knowing when to plant at the right time, and just a beautiful job right there.
When you don't normally think about it, that far away from the basket, right? And so that was tip your cap to the Lady Pirate there for thinking about planting her feet and going for it.
For sure.
Dallas a push off there, but shoots the 3 and it's good. Callan Dallas is now at 6.
You're starting to see Lubbock Cooper start to pull away because they're trusting in their game plan. They're playing great defense, and they're trusting the three-point shot.
Absolutely. Mora trying to go to work, fading away. Good. Kelly Mora gets on the board for the first time today. She needs to have a big night for Monterey if they want to have success.
And I think she has her eyes set on a big game. She had a great game last night. I can't wait to see what she has in store in her mind and in her play for tonight.
It's a quick turnaround, 15 hours.
Yeah.
Dallas getting a screen from Robertson. Here's Esquivel. Foul on the play. It's going to go against Jalen Morrison. That's her first.
Yeah, you see a little bit of shoving right there. A little push out of bounds by Jalen Morrison.
Some substitutions coming in for Lubbock Cooper. The Lady Pirates have a 7-person rotation that they used early and often last night, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see that here today.
Well, and that's a good plan to have because you want to keep everyone fresh. And if you have that 7 to 8 range of players that can come in at any moment, that's what's really good for your starters in particular, because then you can just move them around and let everybody get a breather and then just keep subbing in and out.
Of course, Ari Johnson last night, most likely not going to get much playing time today as they finally get a 2-pointer to drop right there. Is Cortez. I believe that's their first 2-point shot that they've made so far. The rest of them have been 3 balls.
Yes, sir. That is their first 2-pointer.
Chavez driving, recovered by Mora, and then quickly stolen away by Esquivel. Quick in transition to Cortez. Another 3 off the iron. Rebound to Esquivel. Rebounding is a huge key, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow leading towards Monterey, so it's going to stay with the Lady Plainsmen.
That's something Kelly Moore is so good at. It's not just getting rebounds, but fighting for rebounds.
Absolutely.
There will not be a play in a game where you do not see her fighting for a rebound, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah, and once it's in her hands, you're not getting it out either.
No.
All right, here's Chavez. Getting double, even triple covered at times. Stolen away. Lubbock Cooper trying to slow things down, and there's going to be a foul. That's going to go against Aaliyah Chavez, her first foul today. Monterey faithful behind us didn't like it.
No, they do not. They know it happened, but, just the small discipline errors is what's going to really hurt Monterey if they get into foul trouble.
Lamone, great defense there, denying the lane to the basket. And so here's Monterey.
Great awareness right there by Aaliyah Chavez, knowing that a defender was coming up behind her and just making sure that the defender couldn't even have a chance to get the ball away from her.
Lamone, the deep 2, gets the roll. Lamone gets on the board for the first time, and every time she comes up and down the court, she's having to wipe the sweat from underneath the mask.
Well, and you know that mask is not comfortable at all whatsoever, but you also know it's hot and hard to breathe. And you wonder if that's going to really falter her play.
I know she told us her nose is broken, stolen away by Chavez. Can she go coast to coast? She will with the right hand. Can she finish? No. She knew that was an opportunity right there as they're down by 7 here in the early parts of this game.
And those are the type of transitions that they're going to really have to take advantage of. Cooper coming out, guns a-blazing. Monterey has been countering, but with a 7-point deficit early in this first quarter, almost to the second with 45 seconds left, you got to be able to execute those points.
Love watching Coach Levern over here coaching his team. He's a few feet out onto the court, calling out plays, very animated, gets the best out of his players.
Well, and he's a player's coach, and that's what as players you really want. You want a coach that can relate to you, that's been in your shoes, that knows what they're doing in players' circumstances, and I think he does a great job at it.
Cortez loses it there, Cole all over her. Over to Dallas. Really milking the clock here. There was about 50 seconds left when they started the possession. Driving to the paint and finishing strong. Peyton North with 5 points and is about to go to the line for the and one.
Well, and you see Aaliyah Chavez getting called with her second foul. This is something we talked to Coach Joe Snyder about this before pregame, or in pregame, is foul trouble. And like I said in the pregame interview between me and you, I guess I should say, foul trouble whenever you get 2 or 3 fouls in one quarter, that's going to be really hard to come back from.
So here we are. Here's the N1 opportunity for Peyton North. Gets the friendly roll. She's at 6. Score now 23-13. Lubbock Cooper on top. Basketball is a game of runs. We've seen it firsthand. 3-2-1 here, and Broja Cole gets the layup to go. She has 5 in the first quarter, and that's going to do it for quarter number 1 here in the 5A for Region 1 Finals. This is the Elite 8 in terms of the playoffs, and we had a jam-packed first quarter. When we come back, we will have second quarter action from Wichita Falls. Stay with us. This game is being presented to you by Lubbock ISD TV. Welcome back. Quick timeout right there. I want to spotlight the Littlefield Wildcat that is in the building. I know I didn't give any of our camera operators any notice of wanting to do this, but Mallory the Wildcat is in the building, and if you were a part of the Amarillo High 5 overtime game, there's Mallory the Wildcat. That Wildcat was everywhere. The mascot was jumping up and down, was the biggest fan of both teams in that game, and Monterey had to bring Mallory the Wildcat out here today to root on Monterey here in the 1-5A regional finals.
Wouldn't you just love it? I mean,
that's sportsmanship, man. That's awesome.
It's sportsmanship. It's poise. I mean, it's everything. It's
beautiful to see.
I'm at a loss for words.
Esquivel, the three-pointer. It's an air ball. She's going to keep shooting. Of course, like I said in the first quarter, yesterday was her first game all season long that she didn't make a three-pointer, and so you're gonna see her continue to shoot. For Monterey, they're gonna look to put some pressure here. Chavez, I thought she was about to pass it, but loses control.
Well, I think what we're gonna see starting from now on, since Aaliyah Chavez is in foul trouble for Monterey, I think they're gonna start getting the ball into the hands of Ambrosia Cole more often.
Yeah, 3-ball there, no good. It's Dallas, Callan Dallas coming away with it. Of course, Ari Johnson fell down on her knee yesterday and possibly re-injured it. We talked to her earlier, and if looks could tell you anything, it told you that she's probably not going to get to go today because of that knee injury that she had. It's not a season-ending knee injury, but she's not even close to being 100%. Chavez for a 3. Rips it. Aaliyah Chavez now at 6 points as we're in the second quarter.
Well, and it's better to have one of your backup bench players that's 100% healthy than to rather risk a player that's 40% healthy and possibly even injure it even more.
Absolutely, because if you are able to advance, as Dallas gets that one to go, if you are able to advance, you need her in the next round.
Of course. I mean, she's been pivotal in the late situations for Monterey for the past 2, 3, maybe even 4 games.
Morrison, 3 ball of her own, no good. She's been averaging 10 to 15 points. Ari Johnson has been in those games, so they're going to need somebody to step up to replace those points that she'd been providing, and it's been pivotal points down in the paint. And so I'm anxious to see who steps up. Driving and finishing at the cup. Great basket there by Peyton North. She's at 8. Timeout on the floor. This game has been super fast and super busy here. As you can tell early on, 27 points for Lubbock Cooper, 18 for Monterey. And, you know, Lubbock Cooper wasn't having a high percentage of 3-pointers drop yesterday. They are dropping today. They've found their form here in Wichita Falls.
Well, in pregame, whenever we first got here, Mr. Ward, I saw a lot of Cooper players working on deep twos, but they're slowly taking steps back. They'll shoot 5 to 7 shots but at that deep two, then they'll take a step back, take another 5 to 7, take another step back, take another 5 to 7. And I think that's really helped them because they know that they're gonna have to get the 3-ball working against Monterey to be able to counteract how fast Monterey can play.
Absolutely, and how fast they can put up 10 points in a matter of seconds, it feels like. Something that, you know, the radio commentators for Lubbock Cooper told us is that the depth perception here at this arena is much different than a lot of the high school gyms. But both teams are battling that as that pass goes out of bounds, just out of the reach of Kelly Mora. Of course, she's been a big-time senior for Monterey. She's a walking double-double, 13 points a game, 10.2 rebounds per game. And they're going to need her to be crashing the boards a lot tonight, getting second-chance opportunities when they're available for the Lady Plainsmen.
Well, and if she can have anything like a night that she had last night, I think the Plainsmen will be in business because she was cooking last night.
Absolutely. Mora had 15 points. She ended with 4 fouls, but those 15 points were pivotal. Driving with the right hand and finishing strong. Peyton North, she's at 10 now. Foul on the play, and that's going to go against North. Monterey fans are grateful for that call behind us.
Well, it almost feels like that's a win right there. That's the first foul that Cooper has put on Monterey. So maybe we'll start seeing a little bit of shift in mentality or maybe even some morale to maybe start seeing the momentum shift start swaying again.
Shot blocked there. First time checking in was Mackenzie Begay right there, and they get the ball to her, and it was blocked, just tipped a little bit, but it was enough to deflect it and go back towards Lubbock Cooper. Lady Pirates moving the ball around. Of course, this is the 4th meeting between these two teams. The first one was in district play. Lubbock Cooper was able to capture that win, and then followed by 2 more contests where Monterey was able to get the win. But this one is the most important.
As Peyton North gets a 2-pointer right there.
Right. This one is the most important. This one's for all the marbles. Reverse layup and in. And Brocia Cole at 7 points.
And she's going to have a big night, especially if Aaliyah Chavez is going to be getting in foul trouble. Like we kind of anticipated in the first quarter with her already having 2 fouls. They're going to have to get the ball into Brocia Cole's hands early and often. And I think that's going to be one of the keys for Monterey in this game.
Absolutely. Driving is Cortez, kicking it, not able to get control of it. I saw the potential there from Lubbock Cooper. Just a too hard of a pass. Turnover, ball heading towards Monterey now.
Well, the play was there, the cut was there, the lane was there. Just like you said, a little bit too hard of a pass and a little too high at the same time.
So here's Chavez. They are locking her down defensively before she even in the backcourt every time.
Well, and that's what they're going to have to do and apply some pressure.
Chavez for 3, off the iron. Rebound goes to Lubbock Cooper. The Lady Pirates were able to get back offensively, but Cortez wasn't able to see the open player. 3 ball from the baseline, ripped it. Callan Dallas with 11 points in the second so far. Getting it to Mora. Ooh, almost. Mackenzie Begay was there, close to the basket. Too strong of a pass. Begay is a senior and getting some big minutes here in the biggest game of the year for the Lady Plainsmen.
And they're going to need their bench players to step up, especially the other night, or I think it might have been last night, whenever we saw a lot of injuries. We've seen injuries and we've seen fouls from Monterey the past couple of games, and the bench players know that their role is just as important as the starters.
Absolutely. Yeah, injuries, the farther and farther you get into these playoffs, injuries become even more and more of a factor. Robertson pumping, driving, Euro stepping, blocked by Mora, but Lubbock Cooper comes away with it. And it's gonna be a travel. Chavez laid on the ground for a second thinking she got called for a foul. And you see it on the relief on her face when she figured out just now it was a travel.
Well, and I mean, just like you said, relief. And that's exactly what she was feeling.
That's why she laid there for a split second, driving with her right hand. You see multiple Lady Pirates just on top of her, trying to suffocate her. It's gonna be a foul on Robertson.
It is gonna be a blocking foul though, so the shot will not count.
You know, talking with some of the people that are affiliated with Lubbock Cooper, they compared her, Riley Robertson, to Pat Beverly. She's the type of defensive player that's gonna get in your face and be so on top of you that you start getting agitated, right?
Yeah.
But that's the kind of player you like on a team. You like somebody that's defense, and can be a game changer against an opponent's best offensive player. Moore is gonna go to the line with the and one there. She is dominant when she's able to do her post moves, Carson.
Oh, and we saw that Exhibit A last night. She was getting the offensive boards, she was getting the putback, she was getting the second chance points, and I want to see a lot of that from her tonight, or today as well.
Off the iron, it's gonna go with Monterey. Lost control of it was the Lady Pirates. Trying to dive on it was Taylor Bolin.
Well, and these are the opportunities that Monterey needs to capitalize on.
Absolutely.
In a 12-point deficit, this lead can get
poked out of Mora's hands right there. No, that's a great thing right there, what you said, Carson.
No, yeah.
When you have these opportunities, the second chance opportunities off of the little turnovers here and there, you need to capitalize. Trying to get it down to Morrison. She's able to recover it. Out to Begay, to Chavez. Driving with that left land. Ooh, great move down to the paint. Mora gets the board. Not able to finish. She gets the rebound again. Putting it off the glass and good for two. That's her shot right there. About 5 to 10 feet away from the bucket. Able to kiss it off the glass. Beautiful work there by number 30.
And we're gonna have to, she knows she's gonna have to see that a lot tonight, or today, because of what she saw last night.
Cortez going one-on-one with Cole. I like how Cole is going out to her, not letting her get any momentum, trying to drive past her. Begay on top of the defender there, or it was North.
Well, and that's just great perimeter defense, pushing the offensive player closer to the half-court line instead of letting them drive in.
Mora's gonna get the rebound. The key is don't let them drive into the lane. Got another foul called. It's gonna go against Lubbock Cooper. This time, it's Carly Cronk. I believe that's her second foul of the game. Here's the instant replay of it. Great board by Mora, and you just see her grab the arm right about there. Getting it down to Kelly Mora. That's what you need to do. Mora puts it in for two. She's at 8.
Well, and now she's starting to find her groove inside the paint. Like I have been saying, she has got to get red hot in the paint to be able to get.
Cortez driving on Cole, missed. Great defense there by Ambrosia Cole. Morrison quick in transition. Kelly calling for the ball. I would keep feeding it to her, but Begay was there. Great pass by Jalen Morrison to find Mackenzie Begay right beneath the basket. I thought she overthrew Mora, but she knew exactly what she was doing.
Yeah, it's just a court vision. It's just a court vision. That's all it is. And just a spectacular display of that. Overthrowing a teammate. I feel like I'm yelling at you now. I can't even hear myself. But overthrowing a teammate and knowing that another teammate is behind them and even more open.
Yep, and that's just great chemistry as well. You hear the Monterey faithful behind us getting loud, getting proud. Their team is on a run. Coach Lavorne wants to call a timeout. It is 34-28 now, and this ball game feels much different than it did within the last few minutes. Monterey's gone on a little bit of a run and denying the basket, right? You see Lubbock Cooper here, coaching hard, clapping hard. Of course, these teams, like we said right from the top, very familiar. This is the 4th go-around between these two squads, and they know each other. We saw some hugs pregame. this is just so huge. This is for all the marbles. This is the Elite Eight of 5A basketball right now. The winner will advance to the state tournament in San Antonio next week.
Well,
and that's where you want to be, right?
Yeah, that's where you want to be, but you know there's even more emotion to this game because you're playing against your childhood friends. You've played with them since AAU, and then you've known them and you've kept up with them all throughout your elementary school, your middle school, and your high school years, and now you're playing against your friends in the biggest stage.
So here is round 4. Lubbock Cooper won the first one 74-71. Monterey won the second one 71-63. That was for the Caprock Classic title. Round 3, Monterey won 86-67 out at the new box on 50th Street. So this is round 4. Begay locking her down on defense. She's getting some huge minutes here today for Monterey.
And she's going to have to. I mean, like I just said, the subs know that they're going to have to play in a very important role in this game because they know that Ari Johnson's most likely not going to play. They know Aaliyah is a little bit banged up.
Yeah, with her foot. She hurt her foot and has been recovering from it all season. Driving is north. Finishing is north. She's had a tremendous start to this game. She's at 14. Cole shooting it. No good, and we're going to go to halftime. The score here in Wichita Falls after 2 quarters, 36-28. It was a barrage of threes to get things started by Lubbock Cooper. They were draining them and nailing them, and then Monterey made a run of their own to make it an 8-point ball game as we head to the halftime break.
Yeah, and I want to see Monterey start to play their style of ball again. They played it phenomenally last night, and I want to see that again today because that's where they have success. They have success playing fast-paced. Lubbock Cooper loves playing fast-paced too. The only difference is they like shooting 3 balls more than Monterey does.
All right, we'll be back with more right after this halftime break. Stay with us. You're watching this game on Lubbock ISD's YouTube, being presented by Lubbock ISD TV.
As we mourn and remember the 20th anniversary of the Columbia disaster.
We're honoring the sad day that the Columbia disintegrated.
My role was honoring Commander McCool, and what we mainly did was put roses next to the statue.
We put roses on his statue to remember what he did.
The greatness of Willie McCool. We're not a high school class of 1979.
It's just cool to know that someone like that went to my school and walked the halls of Coronado, because I see his name, our track is named after him, but to see the effect that he has on real people and to see what he was able to do, it's encouraging for a student that's at Coronado now.
Core values at Commander William C. McCool Academy.
He influences us. Number 1, his core traits are our core traits, like embody excellence, surpass the standards of expectations, act with character traits.
We respect each other a lot so we can success in life and to persevere what we have done.
Mainly respect, because it's very important to respect people.
Hey, present.
It was extremely meaningful because our school is about McCool, and it's very nice to see the actual statue in person.
I stood here and really pondered what the people were saying, and I also put down one of the roses on the statue. And honestly, this is my first time here.
It's very meaningful for me, so like I know that I've had a part in this to like get to know who the school was named after.
All of this, it's so honoring to be here, and I'm just glad that the Lord willed this in my life.
Ready to open up their mics, Caleb? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Take it, open the mics, and go.
The history of LISD TV sport starts back in late 90s, and we had the idea of starting a sports program where we could highlight our student athletes as well as train our high school students in how to do sporting production. When we first started, obviously it was pretty rudimentary. We didn't have the replay, we didn't have the graphics. We had some cameras that weren't really synced up together, where the colors were off and things like that. But over the 20 plus years, we've really progressed into, one of the top producers of high school sports.
So not only have we been able to expand with technology with our truck now, but we've also been able to expand our offerings to students and give them greater opportunities. And that's so awesome to see as a teacher. So I love the bus and I miss the bus, but it's been so awesome to see like the kids getting to work with newer technology. And honestly, the kids get to do more positions.
Our truck was built on the basis of an ESPN truck. A lot of us were, in the original design, had worked in an ESPN truck, so we had an isolated audio booth. We had areas where they do the replays, the graphics, the producer-director area, all the cameras and things like that. So we wanted to set it up just like an ESPN truck.
So the way that the professional world works with production trucks, you're not working with the same crew on a consistent basis. It's a completely new truck most of the time, it's a completely new crew. And so you aren't going to have the familiarity that you can working with your peers in school. So they really need to kind of learn how to communicate with multiple people. So you really just need to know your strengths and your weaknesses and find others that you're going to be on that production truck with to really help you grow your knowledge and grow your experience so that you can then have a full, well-rounded knowledge of the entire process.
Caleb, there's trailing music on this.
Everybody says
okay.
It's all about footwork, and in that particular moment, Kelly came out on top. Another 3 for Monterey this time.
I can teach students the vocabulary words in class. I can teach them what to pan, tilt, whatever the case may be. I can teach them all that stuff. I can give them a book and have them read. But for me, when they get their hands on equipment and then when they actually practice those vocabulary words that we've seen, that's when the real learning sinks in.
When kids leave our program after they graduate, I want them to be able to walk out and get a job. That's the biggest thing. We're teaching them hands-on, actual real-world job skills. And so whether they want to go to college or not, whatever the path they choose, I want them to leave here with plenty of experience and knowledge that they can walk out and they could work for ESPN as an 18, 19-year-old if they wanted to. They're going to leave here, they're going to be a step above everyone else in the country that's their age.
Just off the top of my head, maybe 50 plus students that I know have worked in the industry at some point. So whether that's going and working as somebody pulling cable, rolling cable, running camera, or even some of our more recent students who are actually directors of now production in sporting events and things like that. So it's really pretty awesome to be able to see the fruits of our labor, because a lot of times as educators, we plant the seeds and we never really get to see what produces it. In our industry, we get the visual. We actually get to see the fruits of our labor on TV.
We're averaging 30.8 points per game.
So
you have number 41.
If you are a high school student or even younger than that, and you want to get involved with Lubbock ISD TV, we would love to have you. We've got plenty of opportunities and it's so much fun. Not only will it prepare you to go to work, we can prepare you to get scholarships, but we have fun while we're doing it.
If you're interested in being part of the sports production, contact your counselor. If you're a parent or if you're a student that is interested in being in sports production, this is the absolute best place to start.
Martinez, she'll take it all the way, lay it up and in.
Big alley.
This is a production by the students and staff at Lubbock ISD TV.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Welcome back to Yeager Coliseum in Wichita Falls, Texas, home of the Region 1 5A Finals. That's where we're at today. The winner of this will head to the state tournament in San Antonio next weekend. Devin Ward, along with Carson Ward and the entire Lubbock ISD TV crew, we thank you for tuning in today on Lubbock ISD's YouTube channel. Let's get into some of the highlights from the first half. A lot of it has been Lubbock Cooper, the Lady Pirates, really doing a lot of great things with the basketball, specifically Peyton North. She ended the first half with 13 points and has been really one of the catalysts on the offensive end for Coach Cal Lavorne and his team. You see her there celebrating. And here, she was red hot. 13 points, drove to the basket, was one of the ones that shot the 3-point the ball as well as a lot of the Lady Pirates it's been Callan Dallas, she had 11, Peyton North with 13, Carissa Cortez with 7, Magic Esquivel with 3. That's the scoring for the Lady Pirates. For Monterey, Kelly Moore has been huge. She had 8 points in the first half. Jalen Morrison with 3, Mackenzie Begay with 2, Ambrosia Cole with 7, Heaven Lamone with 2, and Aaliyah Chavez with 6. So that's how the point scoring breaks down. Carson, I'm excited because this second half, it's built up for everything it's supposed to be, right? Everybody's been looking forward to this matchup, and I'm excited to be a part of it and to bring it to all of our viewers back home.
Well, and I don't think anyone thought the deficit would be this, not lopsided, but this
8 points.
This one-sided in favor of Cooper coming into halftime, but it's the three-point shot that's been working really, really well for them, and it was early and often for them, and that was their three-point statement.
Absolutely.
And when you come out with that much touch and that much arc on your 3 points, then it's really hard to come back because you're already in a hole, and they just keep making it deeper and deeper and deeper. And it's hard to come back from. But Monterey has been making some runs of their own.
Here's our crew from yesterday's broadcast. Of course, a lot of these cameras are students operating the cameras as well as in the trucks. And without our students and, of course, our Lubbock ICTV crew, we wouldn't be able to bring this broadcast to you. So there's our crew. Yeah, let's name off some of our crew. You got Hannah Gilchrist, sideline reporting, working camera. Abigail Garcia, I'm not sure what she's doing, probably in the truck. Emma Feist, of course, Carson Ward, Caleb Galbraith, Isaac Contreras, and Naomi Spears, and Gary Regner. Those are student crew. Of course, you got Mr. Lawson, Miss Sewell, Mr. Dixon, of course, myself working these games. So without all of us here, and of course the support of our superintendent, our board of trustees, and of course I got to give a shout out to our principal at the ATC, Miss Archer, because she took care of us and helped us with our housing, with our food. We wouldn't have been able to do any of this without her tremendous support. So major shout out to Miss Archer today for helping us out. Kelly Mora puts it in. She gets the first points of the second half. I would keep feeding her. Talking about numbers from the first half, Lubbock Cooper outscored Monterey by 8 in the first quarter, but we were knotted up in the second quarter. Both teams scored 13 points, and so those 8 points were the difference from the first half. And of course, like Carson said, it was the 3 ball that was all the difference. That ball gets thrown out, and Monterey's gonna get it here, right? It was those barrage of threes. They were sinking them at a high percentage, unlike yesterday. But if you're Monterey, right, it's time for you to throw your punch back. This is a boxing match. It's a game of runs. See who can throw the next punch.
Well, I think they're going to start throwing their punches early and often now as a 3 points attempted. But just like that, Kelly Moore with the offensive rebound. Those are the second chance points that she's going to have to get.
There's more opportunities for Monterey. The ball's on the floor. Lubbock Cooper comes away with it. Callan Dallas trying to go coast to coast with it. Mora in her way. Rejected. She was a little strong right there. And so back comes Monterey. Ambrosia Cole, gets the floater to go.
And just like that, coast to coast in what, like
5 seconds.
10 seconds maybe?
Yeah.
I'm like.
That 8-point lead at halftime is now a 4-point lead for Lubbock Cooper. Monterey's on a 4-0 run.
But what I was trying to say earlier is I think Monterey's going to start throwing their punches with Kelly Moore in the paint. Because, like you said, she had 8 in the first quarter. She came out, or in the first half, excuse me. She came out with the first 2 points for Monterey in the second half. And I can't wait to see what she plans to do in her perspective to get this game headed towards Monterey's favor.
Peyton North continues to have the hot hand for Lubbock Cooper. She's at 15. Ambrosia Cole driving, great move, great finish. The freshman continues to be a bright spot for head coach Jill Schneider and company.
Well, and that's what we saw a lot of last night was Ambrosia Cole just finding the lane, slipping behind the defender, whether it be on a cut or with her with the ball. She was finding a way to get the ball inside the paint and then inside the basket.
Stolen away by Lamone, great defense. Chavez on the other end for 3. No good. Rebound, Lubbock Cooper. That would have been a huge, I would have wanted you to yell bang on that one, Carson, if it happened.
I was ready to.
Third quarter in the biggest game of the year for both teams. North Gets that ball tipped away, and it's going to stay with Lubbock Cooper. Checking in for North is going to be Riley Robertson, a big-time defender for Lubbock Cooper.
And they're going to need her defending ability in the second half, I feel like, because we know Monterey has their game plan of punches to be thrown. It's just a matter of when it's going to happen.
Hear the fans yelling D up. Great turnout here in Wichita Falls for this game for both schools. I would say Monterey has the slight advantage on number of fans. Stolen away by Morrison. Cole against Cortez. Cole finishes strong. Ambrosia Cole, 13 now for the freshman.
And she's starting to get the hot hand. I can't wait to see what the rest of this game has in store for Ambrosia Cole. Man,
an 8-point lead at halftime is now a 2-point lead as we're getting closer to the halfway mark in the third quarter. The energy level is rising, and so is the intensity by both of these teams. Morrison locking down Robertson. The defense has been elevated. Robertson thought about it, but passes it over to Cortez. Cortez driving with the right hand, deflected away. Foul's going to go against Monterey, and it's going to be against Jalen Morrison. I think they're going to say she was in the act of shooting, but it looked like a pass to me.
I couldn't quite tell because the TV is in the way, but...
Let's look at it here. Here's the instant replay of it. Okay, it looked like it could have been a shot.
Oh, and I think Kelly Mora thought it was on her because she was kind of questioning it, but the foul was indeed not on her.
Cortez, this is her first trip to the charity stripe, knocking down her first one. She's one of the big three for Lubbock Cooper. Of course, realistically, Peyton North looks to make it a big four with Callan Davis, Magic Esquivel, and Carissa Cortez. Here's the second shot here. Good. Cortez is at 9.
And you start to see the full court press from the Lady Pirates, and they've been doing it all game.
3 ball by Morrison. No good. Rebound, Mora putting it back up, getting another rebound. She'll get fouled. Mora's going to go to the line. Currently at 10 points. She could use these right here, right?
And I think that will really benefit Monterey, not in the point department, but in the morale department.
Yeah,
this game,
absolutely.
They've come out really guns a-blazing in the second half thus far, and this would be really, really important and really big for them if Kelly Moore can knock down both these free throws and make it a 2-point game.
Close the gap, right?
Oh, for sure.
Here's Moore's opportunity. Good.
And
she's at 12. All right, back on the feet are the Monterey faithful directly behind us. Chanting defense. Look at the focus on the Monterey Lady Plainsmen's face. Like we said yesterday, this is a business trip. They mean business. Cortez wide open from the baseline, rips it down. Carissa Cortez knocks that one down in a timeout on the floor. That was a big-time 3 ball as she was left alone.
Well, and we've seen a lot of open 3 looks from both teams, not just from one team or another. And the shots have been there.
Right.
The shots have been there. In some cases, they haven't been falling. In others, they have. For Cooper, they have been falling.
Right.
And like I said in the first half, it's been happening early and often. And they might be trying to get some more 3s happening in the second half.
Here's the instant replay. That's a sweet-looking shot right there by Cortez. You know, talking about Lubbock Cooper a little bit, they went to state 2 years ago. It was 2021, and they still have a lot of the players, a couple of them really, still on the roster. They were sophomores back then, and now here they are again. I believe it was Callan Davis and Kristen Cortez, Carissa Cortez, my apologies, that were a part of that team, and so they have the experience in these big moments and been there, done that. Monterey trying to make that experience, right?
Mm-hmm. And Monterey definitely has the
talent to do it.
The talent and the ability to do it.
All right, Morrison gets the ball to Cole. Man, they move quick. Dishing it down low to Mora. Double team. Not able to knock it down, but she's battling for that rebound. You love the intensity and the effort by number 30, Kelly Mora. I like that they're trying to feed it down low to her there.
Well, and that's what worked for them last night, so why are they not going to try to do it again? And it's been working for them. She has 10 points in the paint, and I want to see them keep doing it because that's her shot. That's what she said last night. That's her shot.
If it's not broke, why fix it, right?
Yeah, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
See the Lady Pirates moving the ball around. To Esquivel, step back, Jimmy Jack, deep two, no good. Rebound by North. You see the disappointment by the Monterey faithful not getting that rebound, but they do come away with it here. As Mora gets it to Chavez. Go for it, Carson.
I like the design of the full court press that the Lady Pirates are playing. They're putting 3 defenders on the person that's taking down the ball down court.
Right, not allowing them to be able to move the ball as easily down court, and it has caused some quick turnovers, leading to some pretty quick baskets for the Lady Pirates. Cortez doing a step back of her own, no good. Chavez will get fouled as she tried to get that rebound. As we just heard there, it was Esquivel. That's her 3rd foul of the game. Something to keep a note of. Of course, she only has 3 points so far today. I love that little step back move as Ambrosia Cole goes on the other end with the left hand, wasn't able to finish.
Just put it a little bit too far on the backboard and just rolled off the backside of the iron.
43-38 now, under 2 minutes in the 3rd. It's gonna say it was off the leg of Kelly Moore, and it's gonna stay with Lubbock Cooper. So here's the inbound pass by Cortez. Of course, we want to thank everybody for tuning in today on the Lubbock IC YouTube channel, stolen away by Lamone. Without everybody's tremendous support, we wouldn't be able to bring you these games. The floater by Morrison is good. Jalen Morrison is at 5 points here.
And that's our first 2-pointer of the game. They might look to spread the rock around and not just use Kelly Moore in the paint, but use Jalen Morrison, use maybe Mackenzie Begaye inside the paint and maybe get some points there.
Trust your teammates, right? In these big games, trust in your team.
Of course.
And that balanced attack is a great attack.
And it's very hard to defend if it's a balanced attack.
Absolutely. Chavez tried to poke that ball away. A 3 ball for Lubbock Cooper. Short. Mora always seems to be right there, getting those boards.
Well, and she knows that that's her main role on defense is to make sure she's in a prime position.
Cole's gonna get fouled. The floater wasn't there, but she's gonna be able to go to the line. This will be the first time Ambrosia Cole will go to the line. She's at 13 today. Here's the instant replay of it. You know, it comes with experience. She's a freshman, but she's got a ton of experience and a ton of confidence, and you'll love to see it. First one's no good. 43-40 now is the score. Monterey, you know, they're in it. They're chipping away. They're battling and grinding their way, trying to tie it up, possibly take the lead. As Cole gets that second one to go. 14 now for the freshman.
And now we see the lead back to 2.
Yep, Morrison going to take a breather and checking in is Begay. Of course, Begay has 2 points so far today. And it was a wide open look underneath the basket.
And she's gonna want a lot more wide open looks.
First things first, you gotta lock Lubbock Cooper down on the defensive end. A 3 ball, short, rebound by North, reverse lay-in, good. Peyton North continues to be electric. She's at 18. Cole trying to go on the opposite end. Chavez for 3. Ooh, off the iron. Moore gets the rebound, gets another rebound, and gets fouled. She is so dominant underneath the basket, and Lubbock Cooper, Carson, doesn't have the size to be able to compete with her, and that was one of the keys to victory for Coach Jill Schneider, was number 30, just doing what she's doing right now.
Well, it's worked, and it's worked early and often, and that's what they want to do. As the inbound pass goes straight to Mora, does not get the friendly roll though.
Lamone gets the board, Chavez gets the board, and then puts it back in She is at 8 points today. Balanced attack by Monterey. As Cortez is getting locked down by Cole. Great screen for Lubbock Cooper, but not able to finish as we're headed to the fourth quarter. 45-43. This is going to be a nail-biter, a game that's going to go down all the way to the very end.
Well, I'm getting some shivers down my spine. I don't know if you are or not.
We're going to take our final a break real quick as we get ready for fourth quarter action. Stay with us. You're going to want to check this one out at the 1-5A Regional Championship. Stay with us. Monterey outscored Lubbock Cooper 15-9 in that third quarter to close the gap. This is going to be a nail-biter all the way to the end for all the marbles. Who's going to go to state? We have 8 minutes to go.
Well, and I can't wait to see, because Lubbock Cooper, had 23, and Monterey had 15 in the first quarter.
Look at these second chance opportunities. Sorry to cut you off there, Carson.
No, you're good.
Those second chance opportunities, the third chance opportunities, helping Monterey chisel into that lead a little bit. Finish your thoughts now, Carson.
Long story short, Lubbock Cooper had outscored Monterey in the first quarter, and then they had even distribution of points with 13 apiece in the second quarter, and then now you see Monterey start to beat Cooper in the quarter game in the third quarter.
So that foul is going to go against Kelly Mora. They're saying it was all ball. The officiating crew from the Waco chapter said that she connected on the arm, and so going to the free throw line is Lubbock Cooper, and rattling home that first one was Gabby Contreras. That's her first point of this afternoon. Here's the instant replay of it. They say it was all ball. Let's take a look. That was ball. They didn't get that second one to go, though. 46-43. Monterey can tie it up. It's a single possession game. The floater by Cole, no good. Begay battling down low. It's going to be a jump ball.
And that's just as simple as knowing your role. You know, it's like I said earlier, they're going to want her to battle in the paint. And that's knowing your role right there.
Absolutely. And grinding. That's my ball, not yours. Abrosia Cole for three. She could have tied it there and missed. And it's the rebound with Lubbock Cooper. Chavez trying to poke the ball away. You know, her foul troubles have kind of simmered down a little bit, and you like to see that.
Well, and you like to see her keep saying her usual aggressive style of play. You would think that with a couple fouls, that would falter, but it did not.
Fans calling for a travel right there. And Lubbock Cooper's going to reset. 6:55 to go. State on the line for either one of these teams. Who's going to step up? Monterey did in the third quarter to get the back into this game. Three ball, good. North nails another one. She's at 21.
And she has come alive in this game. It's been really exciting to watch her play.
What a ball game. Here's Chavez dishing it to the baseline. Three of their own, no. Begay battling, and she's gonna save it. And Brosia Cole wide open. Back iron, no. Lamone's gonna get called for over the back. They're fighting, they're getting those second chance shots. They're just not falling. Lubbock Cooper leads by 6.
Well, and I understand it's a 6-point game, but I think Monterey just needs to be a little bit more disciplined. They need to take the high percentage looks. And
I like that look though by Cole. She was wide open.
Oh, I do too. But I think the 3-pointers, they haven't been there for Monterey, but the 2-pointers have, and I think you really got to stick with that game plan instead of taking some threes.
Oh, poked away by Cole. Great defense by the freshman, and they're going to give her the ball here.
Great passing before they even got to half court.
Dishing it down low to Mora. She's gonna go to work. Great pass down low to Limon, and she finishes. Heaven Limon's at 4 points.
And they got to keep attacking the inside. I can't stress it enough. I think that's how Monterey's going to pick apart this Lubbock Cooper Lady Pirates team.
Absolutely. 45 or 49-45 now. Trying to get down low and kicking it back out to Dallas. She'll drive. 3 for North. Rips it. Are you kidding me? North gets another one. She is at 24 points.
And Monterey has not found an answer for her. That is for sure.
What a shot and what a basket for North. Peyton North, a player that this is her first year on varsity. She's a senior and she's at 24. Here's some highlights from the previous shots. Of course, great dish there by the Texas Tech signee, Mora, to find Heaven Limon right next to the basket. But then on the other end, it was a 3-ball by Lubbock Cooper, and they're stretching their lead, 52-45. Here's that 3-ball here. She is a confident young lady today. She gets the pass back from her offensive player here in Dallas. And North does the rest, just ripping it home. An NBA range 3. What an unbelievable game she's had, 24 points.
Well, and she has found her range. She knows she's comfortable taking those deep threes.
Chavez shoots the 3. No, Limon on the floor trying to get it, and Lubbock Cooper comes away with it. 5:03 to go. And who has the ball? Peyton North does. We might have, Monterey might have to start double teaming her.
I think they're gonna have to.
It is Peyton North's day, and we're all watching it here firsthand.
I think you're gonna have to double team Peyton North, and I think you're gonna have to start full court pressing if you haven't been already.
4:37 to go, battling, stolen away. Jalen Morrison steals the rock, and back comes the Lady Plainsmen. You need a bucket here.
You have to get one.
Down low to Mora. That's a great shot.
There you go.
Love that. Kelly Mora with 14, timeout on the floor. Coach Lovern wants to talk it over.
And they're gonna have to keep finding her in the paint. She's just gonna have to keep working, keep chipping away, so to speak. Because I think, I've said it again, and I'm gonna say it again, I think that's how they're gonna pick apart this team.
Right. So you see the basket here, a great dish by Morrison to Mora. Right place, right time, and you love to see it. So, see the Littlefield Wildcat here. We talked to Mallory the Wildcat, kind of, right? Because mascots don't communicate.
Right.
So, Mallory, of course, was the mascot in Littlefield that night. Of course, is the full-time mascot for the Littlefield Wildcats. And the energy that Mallory brought to that game, Monterey wanted to bring it here. And you love to see the sportsmanship shown to Mallory here, bringing them all the way to the regional finals.
And that's one crazy cat.
That is. You've been dying to say that too, haven't you?
I have been. I've been waiting for you to introduce her.
I've been rubbing off on them. It's not a good thing. 4:23 to go, 52-47. Lady Plainsmen here haven't seen the lead since, realistically, I think the first quarter. They jumped ahead, and Lubbock Cooper's been on top ever since. The double team here on Cortez. Cole getting her hands up, poked away by Limon. It's going to stay with Lubbock Cooper. You love the press defense, and by doing that, it's going to force some turnovers, and you can get some fast break, easy fast break buckets there.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, and I think they might have heard me. I think Coach Joe Snyder might have heard me.
Oh, we're taking credit. We shouldn't. These coaches, they're really good at their craft. They've been doing it for a long time. Both of the coaches here. Foul on the play. It's going to go against Jalen Morrison.
Well, and I definitely can't take credit over a head coach that's been coaching for 25 years.
Yeah, she's been coaching longer than you've been alive, Carson.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Of course, Carson's a junior at Lubbock Coronado. Here's the instant replay of that foul. And we're going to be quickly back underway as Lubbock Cooper has the ball here. Trying to get it tipped away, but recovered by Lubbock Cooper. I love the intensity by both these teams. Cortez kind of left alone over there, but Mora comes out to cover her. Here is North, and there's the double team.
Coach Joe Snyder right in front of us, calling out the plays, telling them to double team whoever has the ball.
As they get it back out to North. They're moving the basketball around, trying to take some time off the clock. The time is the friend of the Lady Pirates. As North does a full circle there. And you see the fight on the floor. Monterey trying to come up with it, but it's Lubbock Cooper that gets it.
I think both teams thought that a whistle was blown, but no whistle was blown right there.
Morrison on top of the defender, and it's going to be lost. Lubbock Cooper is going to keep possession of it, though. It's tipped away by a Lady Plainsman. 3:02 to go. It's crunch time. This is where the big players are going to show up in these big moments. Who's going to step up? Stolen away by Lamone. Stolen away by Cortez. Turnover, and then an immediate turnover, and a foul is going to go against Aaliyah Chavez.
And the Monterey fans right behind us wanted a foul whenever the Lubbock Cooper Pirate stole the ball again from Lamone.
So checking into the game is Zanaya Wilkerson. First time we've seen her today and in this regional tournament. This is some big time minutes here for Wilkerson. 2:55 to go. Cortez with the ball. Mora trying to poke it away to Wilkerson. Wilkerson standing tall in these big moments. That was good stuff there by the player. And Broja Cole on the other end, trying to get that to go. Man, they're trying there, just not able to get that one to fall.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it any better.
Cortez with it, Wilkerson. See the intensity, the freshness of her being able to come out on the court for the first time today.
When you know she's ready to get some minutes, even if it's in the last stages of this game, she knows that her role is important.
Absolutely. North getting it over, and that's going to be a turnover. Immediately clapping is the Monterey coaching staff, and because that's a huge turnover. With 2:02 remaining, Lamone's going to check back in the game.
Well, now if you're Monterey, you have to score here.
Great minutes there by Wilkerson, just to give Lamone a little breather. That was important stuff right there.
Well, you know, that's all Coach Joe Snyder wanted.
It's going to go against Cortez. The foul will. Trying to see how many fouls she has today. I don't think she has. I think it's her first. So Morrison's going to have the inbounds pass, and we'll get it to Chavez. Chavez going to work. Step back three. This is a big one.
Bang!
That is huge. Aaliyah Chavez rips it down. She's at 11, and we're back at a 2-point ball game.
She's been looking for that shot. She finally got it.
Absolutely, and it came in the big moment right here. She called her own number, and there's a reason why she's the top player for her class at the point guard position. Full step back, Jimmy Jack, and rips it home. So we just saw just now Zanaya Wilkerson's going to check back into the game in just a few seconds. The energy on the opposite side for Lubbock Cooper kind of calmed down a little bit as we heard the Monterey fans celebrate. Monterey's a team that is never out of a ball game with how many points that they can put up on the scoreboard at any given moment. But you can tell this Lubbock Cooper team's got a lot of fight in them.
Oh yeah, I can't even say it any better.
Yeah, you know? This is a huge moment. Carson's taking it in.
I'm embracing it. I'm embracing the screams behind us and in front of us. I'm embracing everything on the court that's happening. This is such a great environment.
Absolutely. We could only wish this game was being played in Lubbock so that the entire Lubbock community could come out and see this game. But it's all a part of the experience, right? When you're on these teams, it's about riding the bus together, staying in the hotels together, you know, going to team dinners together. This is part of the experience for both of these teams.
Yep.
And that's invaluable. Monterey here needs to make a big stop, and then they need to get a big basket on the other end. For the Lady Pirates, you're going to see them try to drag the ball out, hold on to it, and make Monterey get a foul here in these final moments.
When you see Zanaya Wilkerson back in the game, getting her crunch time minutes.
Absolutely. Big-time players step up. Who's going to step up? Chavez did moments ago to make it a one-possession game. See Coach Snyder in front of us coaching her team hard.
1:18 to go.
1:18 to go. North has the ball. You hear the fans yelling foul behind us. And there's the foul. It's going to go against Wilkerson.
Well, and she's one of the players that you're okay with giving a foul to because, like we just said earlier, she hadn't gotten a lot of minutes, so she's fresh.
See Coach Schneider talking to the officiating crew. Lamone checking. Nope, not going to check in. Wilkerson's going to stay out there.
She's ready to check in, though.
Right. All right, so here's the inbound pass. Cortez has it. Cole in front of her. Back comes Wilkerson and loses the ball. Oh, and then throws the ball in the opposite end. It's going to be a foul against Wilkerson. That's her second foul.
And Ambrosia Cole not happy about that whatsoever.
Right. You see here after the play, I think she just kind of tripped up right there. A little bit. You got to sell it a little bit in these big games, right? So here's Cortez going to the line. This is her third free throw opportunity. Monterey faithful getting loud directly behind us. Makes the front end of the 1-and-1.
Now we're up to a 3-point game.
Cortez here, cool, confident, collected.
And she knows how big these free throws are.
Absolutely. Makes it. This is for the state state tournament. It's on the line. Chavez driving, floating, not getting that one, and it's going to be a rebound by Lubbock Cooper. Coach Schneider looking for a jump ball, but the Lady Pirate, Magic Esquivel, is going to go on the opposite end for a 1-and-1.
And that foul on Heaven Lamone right there.
It looked like she had her hand on the ball. Yeah, but in those high traffic areas, feet start getting tangled and somebody's going to fall. And that's usually when the whistle blows.
Yep.
So here's Esquivel. This could be her fourth point. She gets the fourth point there. 55-50. Lubbock Cooper on top of Monterey. The second one, good. If you're Monterey, you need a big bucket here.
And you need it quick. You cannot waste any time.
Here's Cole driving, losing it, and it's going to stay with Monterey. You see the coaches from Monterey calling out some plays. Of course, I believe that's assistant coach Landry Kidd calling out the offensive play here. Chavez has the honors of doing the pass. We'll get it to Mora. Mora goes to work. Tries to finish, doesn't. And Lubbock Cooper has it. And they're going quick. They have an opportunity. Here's North on the other end, lays it in. They're up by 7. Peyton North.
Well, and that very well may be the dagger.
Chavez for 3. They need it. Air ball. That very well could have been the dagger. The frustration on the Lady Plainsmen's faces, you can see it here, 25 seconds to go. Morris checking out. Chavez is visually upset, you can see it. As they're trying to foul, Morrison will get the foul. And Callan Dallas is going to go to the other end to shoot some free throws. Lubbock Cooper fans are realizing where they're at in this game. Morris checking back in for Wilkerson. With 23 seconds to go, down by 8. The Lubbock Cooper players are smiling. If you're Monterey, you got to get back and get a big 3 ball here.
You have to.
Misses. Mora gets the board. So back in transition is Monterey. Chavez looking at the clock. Gets it over to Morrison for 3. No good. Rebound, Lubbock Cooper, and a quick foul. Morrison's got another foul there. That's her 4th foul of the game, as they just announced there. And so on the other end, shooting the free throw is going to be Gabby Contreras. Her 1 point today did come from the free throw line. Here's Contreras. Makes it. It's a 9-point ball game. With 13 seconds to go, Monterey's going to have to go over there and shoot it quick. Here's Ambrosia Cole. driving, laying it in. The clock is going to continue to roll, and Lubbock Cooper is going to get away with a win here. The Lady Pirates are advancing to the state tournament for the second time since 2021. The magical season for Monterey comes to an end. Ranked #1 in the state for a majority of the season, the Lady Pirates take them down for the second time. What a magical run for Monterey. But you see it here, the tears of joy for Lubbock Cooper and the tears of a season-ending loss for Monterey.
When they left it all out, I mean, they had their hopes set for this very moment, and they achieved that. And they knew this was gonna be in sight. No matter, like, going into this game, you knew it was gonna be win or lose.
Absolutely, this is it. The final knockout punch delivered by Lubbock Cooper. I want to tip our cap to all the amazing seniors on this Monterey team, because this is the final time they'll get to wear the Monterey colors. Shanacia Lloyd, a big-time senior on this team, Mackenzie Begay, Jalen Morrison, Ashton Young-Wilson, and of course, Kelly Mora. You see Chavez there, visually upset, and rightfully so. The season comes to an end. We're gonna watch these teams get their trophies, because they made it all the way to the regional championship for Region 1. Of course, you see Ari Johnson there visually upset as well. Her presence definitely missed today. See Coach Jill Schneider in her 25th season consoling her team, but it's celebration time for the Lubbock Cooper Lady Pirates. They are headed to state and will represent Region 1. Carson, both these teams played each other in district, right? And it goes to show you how strong the district was this season, that both these teams made it all the way to this final game. It's the Lady Pirates that come away with it.
Well, and I don't think that anybody thought the Lady Pirates were gonna run this deep into the playoffs, but that just goes to show
I think they did. I think they knew. I think this is the matchup that a lot of people wanted to see. The four-time, it's #8 versus #1. Mansfield Timberview gave you everything you had yesterday. They showed up. What Monterey did. Of course, Amarillo High, they had to go through there. But this was the magical one that a lot of people wanted to see. Another run at it. You see Coach Kyle Lovern and his family, super excited for him and them. But tip your cap to Monterey, phenomenal season. 32-4 on the year. They finished 11-1 in district play. And we're excited to see Kelly Mora go on and play for Texas Tech. I'm excited to see her continue her career, and I'm excited to see this young generational talent that they have at Monterey with Aaliyah Chavez continue to grow. Ari Johnson, the 6'3" freshman post that wasn't able to play because of a knee injury today. I want to see her continue to develop. I'm excited to see Ambrosia Cole continue to develop, the 5'5" freshman, because she's a certified bucket. So they'll continue to get better and grow. But what a tremendous season for Coach Jill Schneider and company. Let's watch this trophy celebration here for both these teams. Monterey's going to be getting the runner-up trophy here for the 1-5A regional championship.
Well, Monterey has a really bright future ahead of them.
Absolutely.
They're going to lose some key seniors, but they're also going to gain a lot of youth to this team, and I think that's going to be lethal next year.
Oh, and the experience. Experience is invaluable. And the more experience you have, the better. As Chavez gets honored here for being one of the all-tournament teams. And same with Kelly Mora. They both played phenomenal. Mora really shined. Yesterday, I believe she had 15 points. Again, today, she had 14 points. She played phenomenal. Chavez today with 11 points. Yesterday, Aaliyah Chavez had 25 points, so ended this tournament with 36 total points. All right, the MVP went to Cortez. Of course, for today's game, I would have given it to Peyton North. Peyton North would be my MVP of today's matchup.
Man, she was all over my stat sheet.
Absolutely. Peyton North finished with 26 points today and was absolutely lethal from 3-point. So that's going to do it, I believe, for our broadcast here as we are about to see the trophy presentation. We want to thank everybody for tuning in on the Lubbock ISD YouTube channel. It's been a magical ride here, and we thank everybody for tuning in. Final score one last time, Lady Pirates defeat the Lady Plainsmen 60-52. Until next time, everybody, we hope you stay happy and healthy. Beat 'em red, beat 'em blue. Monterey comes up just short. But we want to thank everybody for watching, and we want to thank them for letting us join on their journey. They had a tremendous season. They need to keep their heads up high. We're super proud of them. Stay happy, stay healthy. We'll see y'all next time, everybody.
This has been a production of the students and staff at Lubbock ISD TV.